Process of organizing this event for David, we all agreed it would be amazing if Lana would be our host for the evening. And of course, when we asked her, she immediately said yes, so thank you, Lana. We appreciate it. In 1996, Lana and her brother made their directing debut with the movie Bound. This was followed in 1999 by a movie you may have heard of, called The Matrix. She also directed and wrote the sequels with her brother, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions. In 2006, Lana and her brother wrote and produced the film V for Vendetta, my favorite. And in 2008, released the film Speed Racer. Yes, clap for each one. In 2012, Lana co-directed the film Cloud Atlas, based on the novel by David Mitchell, and also co-wrote the screenplay. Her most recent film, Jupiter Ascending, debuted earlier this year, and this past summer, Lana created, co-wrote, and directed the Netflix smash Sense8. If you haven't seen this yet, you really need to check it out. It's amazing. And there's going to be a season 2, thank you. Besides being a visionary filmmaker, Lana is a passionate reader and a longtime supporter of Unabridged Bookstore, so it is our pleasure to introduce our good friend and a friend of the store, Lana Wachowski.
Yeah, I wasn't sure it was like right away. Yes, I can't wait to be on stage. I guess quick backstory. Why am I here? I guess Cloud Atlas. It's sort of self-evident. Let me just say I'm an amateur at this. I don't usually do this sort of thing, so please bear with me. There are two. I'm also a big lover of this city, and this theater has been one of my favorite theaters in the world, and this bookstore is one of my favorite bookstores in the world, and the two of them coming together to talk with one of my favorite writers in the world, I guess, that's... How can you say no?
How could she say that?
So, quick backstory, because David's fiction, like my fiction, we love giant, huge scales of stories, so I'll try to talk really fast. We wrote Cloud Atlas, the script, and I loved the book so much, and I was terrified that David wouldn't like the version that we wrote, and so we promised, Tom and my sibling and me, we all promised that if David didn't like it, we wouldn't make it, even though we spent almost a whole year writing the script. We were just like, oh God, okay. So we sent it to him, and I just sat around in my house. My wife was like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And then finally we heard from him, and he said, yeah, I'd love to meet. And I was like, oh God, what does that mean? Is it, projecting all these well, I like this bit, but this bit's gotta go. So we traveled to Cork, Ireland, which is where, of course, David Mitchell would live in Cork, Ireland. Makes total sense. And it's this little tiny Faulty Towers theater, hotel we go to, and here I am in pink hair, and I'm like, hi everyone, Cork, and retired Irish people, and they're looking at me like I'm from another planet. And then, the directors get in the room where we're supposed to meet, and we're looking at the furniture, and we're like, this is not right. And so I'm like, I gotta put this chair over here. We should move this couch, and we pick up the couch, and it hasn't been vacuumed in 100 years. And then, so then we were all just sitting there casually in our booth. And then David showed up, and I guess the point of this backstory is we had the most amazing conversation, and he was so generous about the script and so lovely to talk to. And I'm hoping that this will feel like an extension of that conversation. And so without any more blah, 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 David Mitchell.
Thank you very, very much. And holy Chicago, Batman. This is an amazing venue. Thank you to the Music Box itself for hosting us, and thank you to Ed and Patrick, but most of all, thank you to my dear friend Lana for agreeing to do this. It's a huge honour. The reason